Hello, I am Anthony. We are continuing the Food Manufacturing Hazard series with episode 6. Today we are looking at the silent hazard, how cold store conditions put food manufacturing workers at risk. We will cover the key risks, controls, legal requirements for working safely in cold environments, and what workers, managers, supervisors, and employers can do to control them. Let us get into it. First, let's define these spaces. Cold stores and chilled rooms are standard in food manufacturing, ranging from freezing temperatures for storage to slightly warmer areas for fresh produce and dairy. Then there are blast freezers, extreme environments operating as low as minus 35 degrees Celsius. Understanding the distinction in thermal severity is critical for risk assessment. Cold hazards are often described as silent. Unlike a sudden fall or a sharp edge, the effects of cold stress develop gradually over a shift. Workers often adapt to discomfort without recognizing the rising risk. By the time a worker feels cold enough to act, their concentration, grip, and coordination may already be impaired. This reduced awareness makes incidents much more likely to happen before anyone notices. The body loses heat faster than it can generate it in these conditions. It starts with shivering and numbness in the extremities, but can progress to reduced dexterity and fatigue as the body burns energy to stay warm. In severe stages, shivering stops and confusion sets in. This is a medical emergency. Statistics show thousands of serious injuries occur from cold exposure, and the risk is often undercounted. Physical hazards are also magnified. Condensation near doorways, frost at freezer thresholds, and ice buildup on racking create constant slip and trip risks. Fogging also reduces visibility significantly. It is essential to use slip-resistant, cold store-rated footwear and maintain effective drainage. Poor housekeeping at thresholds is one of the leading causes of workplace falls in these zones. Manual handling becomes more dangerous as muscles stiffen and grip strength reduces. Bulky thermal PPE can also restrict movement, changing how workers position themselves during a lift. Don't underestimate the risk in fresh produce warehouses. While they operate between 2 and 8 degrees, the high work pace and repeated entry and exit mean workers accumulate cold exposure faster than they realize. In contrast, blast freezers present high severity. High airflow accelerates heat loss, and any bare skin exposure must be entirely avoided at temperatures of minus 20 degrees or below. Transitions are high-risk moments. Condensation forms on PPE immediately upon entry, and sweat from physical work in ambient areas becomes a rapid cooling agent once you re-enter the cold zone. Vehicle risks also increase. Cold reduces alertness for both drivers and pedestrians, while icy floors increase stopping distances. Visibility is often compromised by condensation on forklift cabs. Effective management starts with a proper risk assessment that considers the environment, the task, and the individual worker. Never simply copy a blast freezer assessment for a chilled warehouse. Warm-up breaks, task rotation, and active supervision are essential controls. Breaks must occur in a heated rest area at set intervals appropriate to the temperature and work intensity. Emergency arrangements must be practiced. Internal door release mechanisms must be operable with gloved hands, and lone workers require regular contact checks and reliable communication systems. Certain health conditions, like asthma, Raynaud's disease, and cardiovascular issues, are worsened by the cold. Workers should have a confidential route to report these so suitable individual controls can be implemented. Finally, the legal framework is clear. Under the Health and Safety at Work Act and workplace regulations, employers must ensure reasonable working temperatures and suitable risk assessments are in place. To summarize, cold hazards are silent, blast freezers require stringent controls, and effective protection depends on active management and worker involvement. Safety is a shared responsibility. Thank you for watching. If this video was useful, share it with your team. Subscribe to the Toolbox Ready HSE channel on YouTube for new safety content posted regularly. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody stays healthy. See you in the next one.